Hi everyone, this is Amara. This is my channel, Eyes Wide Shut. Now, I'm sorry for what's going on in Jamaica right now, man, because Jamaica's been smashed up by that hurricane which they had going back a few weeks ago. Hurricane Melissa. Now, I'm going to ask this question. Is there a link between Hurricane Melissa and Jamaica becoming an economic power in terms of technology? Because Andrew Holness said that he wanted Jamaica to become like a Silicon Valley for Jamaica, okay? A leading technical society. Now, he introduced the CBDC, which is a centralized digital bank currency, or digitalized currency, going back a couple of years ago. And this centralized digital bank currency, I'm telling you, people, if you accept this is the mark of the beast, man. If you accept this, you are going to go into a world of pain, and you can't come back out of that once the CBDC is accepted as the #1 currency and they get rid of money. Because with CBDC, every single transaction that you make will be recorded, it will be monitored. Every single penny, or should I say every single cent that you make, will be tracked. It doesn't matter if you're spending money on food. It doesn't matter if you're spending money on petrol. It doesn't matter if you're spending money on energy, such as gas and electricity and water. Every single aspect of your life will be tracked. And then if they bring in this other thing called the social credit score system, which they have in China, the social credit score system, where you'll be awarded for doing something good according to what's deemed good by the government. And if you do something that is deemed bad by the government, you'll get points taken away from you. Okay, go and read up on the social credit score system, which they have in China. Go and look at the amount of people there that are sleeping on the streets because they've been locked out of society. They cannot purchase goods. They cannot go into shops. Yeah, they cannot fly on planes. This is the world that you're going to be going into soon if you accept the CBDC and social credit score system. It's time for you Jamaicans to wake up. Was that a mistake the other day, Hurricane Melissa, or was that some kind of man-made storm? Was this a man-made hurricane? I have to ask that question because, you know what? As I said, Jamaica under Andrew Holness accepted the CBDC. He also wants Jamaica to become one of the leading technological developing countries in the Caribbean. Okay? And it's also talking about smart cities. Do you know anything at all about smart cities? Some people also talk about 15-minute cities. You'll have cities which are built and you'll be able to get anything that you want within these 15-minute cities. You'll be able to shop within the 15-minute cities. You won't need cars because you'll be able to walk, or you'll be able to use some form of public transport, or a cycle, or an e-scooter. And this is all to do with economic development, right? The economic development and sustainability, which the WEF, which is the World Economic Forum, and also the UN, which is United Nations, they're trying to bring in these policies, okay? And this new society, which is going to be all built along this new technology, new infrastructure, and the CBDCs, which is digitalized currency. And they want to try and make everything smart. Smart cities, smart phones, yeah, smart fridges, smart cars. This is all part of their agenda, and they are an unelected body. Is there a link between what happened the other day and building smart cities in Jamaica? You need to keep an open mind about this. I asked Copilot this question. I asked Copilot if Andrew Holness is a member of WEF, which is the World Economic Forum. This is a group of unelected members. They haven't been elected by the citizens. They haven't been elected by the general public. These are people who are technocrats, people who work in corporations, banking, yeah, and some extremely rich people. And now they've got together, and they're the ones who's trying to dominate the economy and which direction the economy is to go in. They talk about Agenda 21, but now they've moved it to Agenda 2030. Agenda 2030. And WEF was led by a guy called Klaus Schwab, right? You'll have nothing and you'll still be happy. You will have nothing, but you will still be happy. What did he mean by this? He was the chairman, he was the founder of WEF, but now he stepped down. But that is a very famous quote by him. You will have nothing, but you will still be happy. What does he mean by this? You see, you ain't gonna have no money soon because it will be digitalized. You will be watched. Your behavior will be monitored. You'll get good points for good behavior and points taken away from you for bad behavior. You will own no houses. You will own no cars. Nothing will be owned. It'll all be on subscription. Do you hear what I'm saying? It'll all be on subscription. I asked Copilot this question. Is Andrew Holness, president of Jamaica, is he a member of WEF? And this is what I got from Copilot. You asked whether Prime Minister Andrew Holness is a member of the World Economic Forum, or WEF in short. Based on the information available, Andrew Holness is listed as an agenda contributor on the World Economic Forum's official site. This means he has contributed to WEF's discussions on publications, but there is no indication that he is a formal member of WEF. Membership in WEF typically applies to organizations, companies, institutions, not to individuals. Political leaders often participate in WEF's events or contribute to its agenda without being classified as members. Also explain what being an agenda contributor entails and how it differs from WEF's members, yeah, or WEF's membership. I'll skip past that anyway. Holness wants Jamaica to be the major leader in technical development. Does this include smart cities? This is what I was asking Copilot. I asked a question. Andrew Holness wants Jamaica to be one of the major leaders in technological development. Does this include smart cities? You asked whether Andrew Holness' vision for Jamaica as a technical leader includes smart cities. And this is a reply. The Prime Minister has repeatedly emphasized AI, robotics, and advanced technologies as central to Jamaica's strategies. Initiatives include National AI Lab at UTech and plans to integrate AI education from early schooling. From early schooling, you hear me? Getting at the kids from a young age, from early schooling, right? Start teaching these kids about technology, because guess what? Whether we want it or not, it's going to be rolled in. So in some ways, I can see why he'd want to do this, because, you know, if you're not with technology now, you're going to be left behind. Most jobs are going to include working with technology. And if you haven't updated your skills for working in technology, guess what? You're going to be locked out of society. Look how many jobs worldwide. Look how many jobs worldwide. And I say it again, look how many jobs worldwide right now have been lost to technology and to AI and bots. You go and look at all the jobs that's been lost, and AI and bots are taking the jobs of so many people. And it's going to get much, much worse. I'm telling you. Right. So this aligns with creating a cyber physical world where technology and physical infrastructure work together. You know, wholeness links this to Vision 2030 to 2030, eh? Why is he linking it to 2030 and not to 2040 or 2050? Why 2030? As you heard me say earlier on, WEF, that's the World Economic Forum, has an agenda that by 2030, all of this technology should be rolled out. Smart cities, smart robots, yeah? Smart cars, smart meters, smartphones, everything will be on a grid. The Internet of Things, IoT, the Internet of Things. Go read up on the Internet of Things. Yeah, everything is going to be connected to each other. This is a world that they're heading towards. And what is it going to mean for us as human beings? If you don't follow their agenda, you're going to be locked out. That's why they're trying to bring in digital currency and digital health certificates, right? Digital identity cards. They're trying to bring in the UK at the moment. And there's people protesting against it. There's been a petition of over 3 million people so far, right, protesting against digital ID because they know what it means for a lot of us. We'll be locked out of society. They'll have so much, this is the government, so much control over us. So much control over us, where we can go, what we can eat, what we think, punishing us for anything that we say on the internet, locking us up in these smart prisons that they're building. Go read up on smart prisons. In the UK, they already built 5 smart prisons. Who they locking up in them? I'm telling you, we're reaching this dystopic world, this dystopic society which George Orwell talked about in his book 1984. And there's also Aldous Huxley, A Brave New World. Read up on Aldous Huxley, A Brave New World. Let me carry on. Wholeness links this vision to 2030, aiming to make Jamaica a place to live, raise family, and do business with technology as a key enabler. With technology as a key enabler. Smart cities and urban development. Wholeness has announced plans for Portmore, which is a county, all right, in Jamaica, okay, which I say parish in Jamaica. So he wants Portmore to become Jamaica's Silicon Valley and a major tech hub for the Caribbean. This includes infrastructure upgrades, housing development, and creating a modern technical ecosystem. Features often associated with smart city concepts, right? Says Jamaican Gleaner. So, if they're going to build new houses and a new infrastructure, that means that old infrastructure has to go, right? It means that the old infrastructure has to go. It means that the old infrastructure has to go. You're still not hearing me, are you? The old infrastructure has to go. By 2030, they want to build this new infrastructure. That is only 5 or 6 years from now. This new infrastructure. Some things have to go. I'll say it again, Jamaicans, some things have to go. You're not waking up, are you? You're not listening. Go look at some of my videos from 2021. Elder Amara, eyes wide shut. Go look at my videos. You've been sold out, people. You've been sold out. When you got no job to go to, tell me, how are you going to feed yourself and your children? Digital ID and these social credit score system. Go look at China and what's happening there. They are the leading economy in terms of digital ID and social credit score system. Go look at how many people are sleeping on the street who've been locked out. Jamaica, by 2030, they want to have this digital infrastructure, right? This ain't something I'm making up. Go look at their policies. Okay, go look at the government's policies. I'll tell you, man, my great-great-great-grandfather was Paul Bogle. My great-great-grandfather is one of the national heroes of Jamaica through William Bogle. So that's where my links are. I'm a great-great-great-grandson. Check this out. I'm also linked, related to Marcus Garvey. Anyway, these people are national heroes for Jamaica. These people are national heroes for Jamaica. I'm also linked to Harold Belafonte, or Harry Belafonte. Okay, the singer, actor, and political activist. I'm also linked to him. These people be turning their graves, man, at actually seeing what's going on right now. And people aren't fighting or pushing back. Some out there are, but most people aren't. They are inculcated into the system. They're so inculcated into the system. Let me read on. Additionally, he has proposed building Jamaica's first proposed built city in St. Elizabeth. Oh my God. In St. Elizabeth. Wasn't that one of the places that was smashed up by this Hurricane Melissa? Wasn't that one of the main places? St. Anne's been another. St. James and all around them places, Westmoreland, smashed up. Smashed up. You're not listening, are you? Smashed up by this hurricane. And there's still people buried underneath rubble. There's still animals and kids. Yeah? And old people, mothers, still buried underneath the rubble. There's some kind of wickedness that's going on there, man. Seriously. I try to put all the pieces together, and I look, St. Elizabeth, right, was one of the main places for plantations, yeah? It was one of the main places during the slave trade, okay? One of the main plantations, one of the main hubs, yeah, for food and agriculture there. So now they're chatting about building a smart city there. Let me read that bit. Additionally, he has proposed building Jamaica's first purpose-built city in St. Elizabeth, designed to be unique and future ready, while not implicitly labeled as smart city. The emphasis on technology and infrastructure strongly suggests smart city principles will be integrated, right? Jamaica Observer. So, in short, yes, wholeness appears to include smart elements through tech hubs like Portmore and planned first city, where the term smart city isn't always used explicitly, nor is it used explicitly in the UK, because it comes under so many different guises. It comes under livable neighborhoods, it comes under smart cities, and it comes under 15-minute cities and livable neighborhoods, all these different guises, but it's all coming down to the same thing. You'll be locked in 15-minute cities, and unless you have authority to leave these cities, you're going to be locked in. You need to wake up. It's your freedoms that's at stake right now. Your freedoms. You need to wake up. Put the pieces together. I'm going to be doing another video. This is only part one. I'm going to be touching on another video in the next coming days. Jamaica, you need to wake up. All right? Because all the rich people from all over the world are moving into Jamaica, and they're taking up the land and buying up land there, and you will have nothing. As Klaus Schwab said, you have nothing, but you will still be happy. What did he mean by this? You will have nothing, but you will still be happy. People, wake the... You need to have your eyes wide open, because right now your eyes are wide shut. Eldad Amara, over and out.